Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? Had a pretty eventful day today. Two things kind of happened today. I made a post earlier on my Facebook page, which I know some people aren't on there. It had to do with Tim Tebow getting re-signed getting signed by Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'll get into the whole story a little bit later. It goes in pretty deep, and I think some people took it the wrong way, and some people agreed, and a lot of people didn't agree with it, and they DM'd me and wanted to just go whatever their deal was, but it's whatever. So anyways, have to deal with some of that backlash, and actually I like it. I think it's good opening conversation, especially when it's with intelligent people. So anyways, as many of you know, I order a lot of cards and things, and every once in a while I order a mystery box. So I ordered 4 of them a while back, and hadn't seen them come in, and was just wondering, man, where in the hell are these things at? So I'm sitting there, and my mom messaged me saying, you got 4 packages here. I was like, all right, cool. So I get home, and I'm thinking to myself, because at first I didn't remember what they were. I just 4 packages. I thought it was some stuff that I bought before, some cards. I had some cards coming in that I was waiting for, and I started opening the first package, and I'm opening it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I didn't order this. I open it, and it's a Saints hat. I don't want to crease the bill too much, so everyone knows I'm not a Saints fan. Drew Brees is cool, but I'm not a big Saints guy. So I'm thinking, well, I'll wear a hat. I like to have a hat at the gym, or, I don't generally run a comb through my hair because I'm not that type of guy sometimes. So I just throw a hat on, and it's a brand new hat. It's good quality, snap back. And so I went up and say, well, whatever, man. There's another package. I open this one. Maybe it's cards because that's what I'm looking for, or some kind of collector's thing. Open up the next box. It's another Saints hat. So now I got 2 Saints hats, and I'm thinking, like, I don't even know 2 Saints fans. So I'm thinking I can't sell them. I can't even give them away because I don't know any Saints fans. So I'm saying, what the fuck do I do with these hats? I'm thinking, where did they come from? Why would I order 2 Saints hats? Let alone one. I mean, 1 Saints hat, let alone 2. So I'm like, fuck, man, I can't believe this is happening. Whatever though. I'll figure something out. It must have been a wrong address. They sent to the wrong person. But 2 of them, the guy mailed 2 Saints hats to 1 address. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Just put them to the side. I go, man, I got another packages. I'm gonna open up more. Open up package 3. Another Saints hat. So at this point, I'm thinking somebody's ribbing me. Thinking it's Titus or Vinny, or somebody's joking with me. My mom's in on it, and it's the perfect setup, for these guys to screw with me. I'm looking for the cameras, and what's the old Ashton Kutcher to come out and say I'm being punked. And I'm thinking, like, what am I gonna do with 3 Saints hats? Make it a Niners hat. At least I can sell those. I know Niner fans. I know other fans of other teams. Hell, I know Charger fans. I know freaking fans that from every team in the league except the Saints. So I'm fucking, at this point I'm ready to just throw these fucking things in the garbage. But they're good quality. I just don't want to throw them away. So I'm just like, well, I guess for the next years of my life I'll have Saints hats that I'll wear, and if they ever win, then I'll say I was a fan from the beginning. So I'm opening it up, and I'm like, okay, well, I still got 1 more package. I got 1 more package to go. There's no way this could be another Saints hat. There's no way that this guy mailed 4 Saints hats to one address by mistake. So I open up the package, and to my surprise, it's a 4th Saints hat. So I have 4 Saints hats, and I don't know what to do with them. I could sell them on eBay and all that stuff, but I don't even sell things on eBay. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these hats. I said I'll keep one. because I just like to have an extra hat around. And I did, after going through my day, I realized that my niece Jackie is a huge Saints fan. I knew one kind of, but she's a huge Saints fan, so I'll be giving her one. So I'll have 2 left. If anybody wants them, hey, make me an offer. I just thought it was hilarious that I have these Saints hats and I don't. So then after I'm researching this and I find the guy's email and everything, I sent us to did you send these hats by mistake? And he's like, no, man. He goes, you ordered them. And I was like, I didn't order 4 separate Saints hats. And he's like, no, but you ordered them 4 mystery packs. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, your mystery pack ad says you could get, fucking Zion cards or Patrick Mahomes cards or, sports memorabilia. And then he says, yeah, but it says apparel too. And I said, yeah, okay, bro, but why would you send me 4 Saints hats separately mystery? He goes, well, I just sent them out in bulk. So, needless to say, for this guy, I'm going to give him 1 good rating, and the other 3 are all going to be shit. So, screw you for just loading up different packages with the same product and not caring about your customers. But anyways, that was my experience with Mystery Pack on eBay. But they are definitely nice hats. NFL, $9.50 snapback, new era. Okay, now getting on to this Tim Tebow subject. I did this post, and the post was in response to another post that I saw. And the person was talking about how, Tim Tebow's got a contract, but Colin Kaepernick's still waiting for a team or whatever it was. My first thought was like, this doesn't have to be about race. It's really not about race. If anything, it's about a guy getting a chance because his friend and mentor is a coach. He get a chance that not a lot of people would get because of who he knows. And as I put the post up, I put down, if you think, Tebow getting a second chance is bad, but these guys, it's okay. And it was like Michael Vick, who fought dogs, Ray Rice, who beat up his wife in the elevator, I think it was, knocked her out. There was a Tyreek Hill that broke his kid's nose or something. And, these guys have had sexual assaults, and then they've all gotten let back in the league, and they've all been given second chances. Hell, Michael Vick's like an analyst now. Charles Barkley was betting and got gambling charges, and he was freaking, he's an analyst now. So it's like, you can't blame this guy for, taking an opportunity and getting an opportunity because of who he is and who he knows. It's just the way life is. People in every walk of life get a chance and a shot that they don't deserve. And I understand that you want to say that he walked away from the game because he didn't get to play quarterback. You know what? They just interviewed, I think it was Deshaun Watson when he got drafted, or Lamar Jackson, one of them, and they were asking him, what if they try to put you at like slot receiver or wide? I'm a quarterback. Kept telling him, like, he's only going to play quarterback. I get it. You only want to be a quarterback. That's what Tebow wanted. End of the day, the kid, or I keep calling him the kid, but the guy, he is arguably one of the greatest college football players ever. He has back up the stats to prove it. In the NFL, he was a flop. I mean, he won some games, and he did, really. He was that last 6 or 7 games of the Broncos, he was a winner. Stats though, like as a coach, I know a win's a win, but yeah, that's pretty bad stats he had. But end of the day, he got it done. So that's the kind of guy you want on your team. And however, they didn't feel he could play quarterback. They wanted to move him. He took his ball and ran. Okay, a lot of people do that. A lot of people quit something they don't think they want to do, or switch, and it's just the way life is. But what I tell people with the Tebow thing is, you can't really fault them for wanting him in the program. The dude's a stand-up guy. He's a motivational guy. He's a leader. And that's the kind of guy you want. He does whatever it takes to win. He has the will to win. So one of the comments my buddy Mike made was, well, why don't they just hire him as a coach? I have a different feeling on that than most, because it would seem like, okay, you could just make him a coach. But as a player, if you just got paid a couple $1 million and you've been in the league 2 or 3 years, And this guy comes in who is known to be a failure, and he starts telling you what to do. Are you gonna listen to this guy? No, you're gonna be like, shut the fuck up. I'm the one who's in the league still after 2 years and making millions of dollars. You left, you quit. Now, put him as a player where Tebow has to line up with these guys every day and outwork them, because he will outwork most of those guys on the field. He's just a workhorse. They start building up respect for him, and they start listening to him as a fellow player and a leader. Because they see him, man, this guy failed and he works harder than me. I better get my game up. Or they see a guy who's working harder than them, just as hard or harder working than them, and just appreciating what he has. I give this example where I've coached football a lot of years, and I played for a couple of years. And there's always that one coach that comes in and starts yelling at the kids. Move your fucking ass. You're a piece of shit. Girls can do this better than you. But the dude's fat. He's out of shape. You can tell he doesn't work out. Yet he's yelling at kids to do it. And the kids don't respect that. The kids obviously go against that because they're like, they build up animosity towards that, because here's this guy who doesn't live by what he's telling us to do. He expects us to do this, but he's not doing it himself. Those coaches don't last long. Generally they don't last long. So I think them bringing Tebow in was partly to build team morale a little bit. He's not going to play quarterback first off, and I doubt he'll play a lot. He will line up very rarely at the tight end spot. He's going to be some slot back. It is Urban Meyer's offense, so Tebow does know it. He can grasp it. If he had to be like a third or fourth string quarterback, I'm assuming he's probably going to be the holder on kickoff, on punt or PATs, field goals. He'll probably do a lot of specials. He'll do some gimmick packages. He'll do some motioning, blocking down, and so he'll do different things. And he's going to be a gimmick player, kind of like he did with the Jets. Except he'll be successful. But I think the main reason why Urban wants him is because Urban Meyer, if you don't know Urban Meyer, he's a freaking drill sergeant, and he's in your ass. And from what I've seen with Trevor Lawrence, he's a pretty calm and laid-back guy. Like, he's pretty much just like go with the flow, mellow, works hard. He definitely has the goods, but I just think that's the kind of kid, Todd Mrnovich, for example. Was that his name? The quarterback for the Raiders draft, or was Mrnovich the tackle? I don't know. It was the guy that was the quarterback from USC, and he never had a Big Mac in his life, and he goes to Oakland and turns into a freaking pothead, and just yada yada yada. We know the whole story. But kids like that get lost when they don't know how to handle direction like that. And a kid like Trevor Lawrence, who, pretty much I'm assuming his whole football career was catered to a lot, probably not a lot of yelling at him. I'm not saying he's a prima donna or anything, but when you get a guy like Urban Meyer, who is a perfectionist and doesn't care about anything you've done or you say you can do, it's a special person that can deal with that. And I think Tebow's going to be the go-between between them two, and kind of just pattern that, mentor that. And in 2 years, Tebow will probably be done playing football and be coaching. But it's not about a race thing, and I hate dwelling on the Kaepernick thing, because, Kaepernick to me wasn't a bad quarterback, but he wasn't a good quarterback either. I had this discussion with a friend of mine who was bringing up the Kaepernick thing, and as we were talking about it, I said, okay, what was Kaepernick's winning record his last season? And he couldn't tell me. And I said, okay, how many games did he play? And he couldn't tell me. You know why? Because all you care about right now is the kneeling thing with Kaepernick. It's the show, and his actual what he can do got lost in all that, because it became not about him playing football anymore, which is a shame. And he did get another tryout that he moved 30 minutes before. You could talk about all that all you want, but like I'm saying, it's not about that. Kaepernick did have a second chance. Whether teams didn't want him for whatever reason, they don't want him. As a coach, I know you hired Tebow. You're not going to get the sideshow. There'll be extra media there because it's a story. You're not going to get the sending dick pics to chicks, drunken in public, beating women, sexual assaults, freaking fighting in pub bars, shooting people, running over old ladies, and all the other stuff that these other stars have done in the past. You're not going to get all that. You're going to get a good guy who has character. Not the best football player. He's like I'm saying, he's not a quarterback. I've always said from day one, he's a fullback or a tight end. But you're going to get a quality, good character guy, and that's what football should be about. Is about good character, and it's not a lot of times. So I don't know. I think it's a better move than it's not a good move. Some people are going to shit on it right away. But you know what? All time can tell. There's 100 guys in the league that don't belong to be in there, don't deserve to be in there, or given a lot of chances. Just let it pan out. Let it see what happens. It's just a shame that that's what the media is going to talk about, is this story rather than other things that they should be talking about. But hey, it is what it is, man. That was just my 2 cents on it, coming from a player, a coach, a fan, just a person who has a different outlook on some things. I'm not thinking Tebow's going to come in and now the Jets are going to, the Jaguars are going to win the freaking, Super Bowl. They do have a way better team now, with not just with him, but with the guys they have, Trevor Lawrence and the other guys that they got. So they're going to be competitive, and it's going to start building. But yeah, I mean, people it's like this. Like I said in my post, name five tight ends without Googling. Name 5 tight ends in the NFL, and most of the people can't do it. So he's not like he's taking a bunch of spots from people, and now all of a sudden, they can't carry 52 people or whatever it is. He's taking the 52 guy spot. He brings more to the table than they lose having him there. Even if he's going to be a 3rd string guy, it's just. His presence, his character, his hard work it's good for any program. This is my 2 cents on it. But it is what it is. I don't think it's about race, and I wish people wouldn't always go to that card on a thing like that. He got a chance because he's best friends with the head coach. The head coach trusts him, likes him, and knows what he can do, so he gave him a chance. I put this on my post earlier too, that I hire people for my wrestling shows for a couple reasons. One is because I can trust them. 2 is I know their work ethic.